Hi guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we'll look into a scenario in which South Africa forms an empire. So South Africa has about 71,000 active forces, about 30,000 active reserves, about 30,000 reserves, not active, about 60 million people, and about 419 billion USD GDP. So, pretty good. Although the GDP is pretty low for its population, considering Canada, its population smaller and a bigger GDP. But anyways, but it also is like Canada should have much bigger population and much better economy than it has, you would think, but it doesn't. South Africa also is not the biggest country, so they would need land. Why not give them some extra land? Lesotho and Eswatini, I guess they're happy. They can call it the South African Empire. Oh wait, no. Well, that would be a short video if that's all I got them to invade. Why are we talking about Russia? Go Russia, even invade South Africa, even if they wanted, like South Africa so far. And to bring back Namibia, which used to be a part of South Africa until it broke away. Also part of the Dominion of South Africa. And it was taken from German Empire. But Namibia eventually left. Because, well, South Africa, I think it was around when South Africa was the most racist country on planet Earth. But that's besides the point. It can't be that bad anymore. Well, it's not, I hope. Well, maybe it is. But anyway, but no. That is better to live in the 2000s in some countries than the 90s. It's better to live in the 2020s than the 90s in some countries. That include Russia. Although, it's better now than in the 90s. Imagine being better in the 90s than now. I can imagine many countries were better in the past. I mean, probably crime rates are probably lower in most countries back then, but that's just because they used to be, but now they aren't. Because, well, I guess the world just doesn't want it to be the same. The world will never be the same since the pandemic. Our countries lost a lot. But South Africa, look, they're just chill. South and Southern Africa, not the best land for farming. It's like, parts are good, but parts aren't. Because it's like deserty in the southern part. It goes desert, savanna, jungle, savanna, desert. Well, there's semi-deserts, and yeah. And Mediterranean climate. Like, this would be ideal to invade. Take over Namibia, and you can just invade Botswana. Like, Botswana would be fighting a 3-front war. It'd be so easy to just do it. Beat them. And then they beat Botswana. And as you can tell, maybe we'd call this a good empire, but I think South Africa should be stronger. They should actually be an ideal representation of their name, South Africa. They should be all of anything south of Central Africa. They should be big. They should be strong. They should be unstoppable. Well, I'm sure they have lots of sanctions on them at this point, but let's forget sanctions don't exist in this video, along with NATO and the UN, because we don't need that for this video. Why would we? Like, imagine South Africa says, oh, I'm going to invade Lesotho whenever I invade South Africa. That'd be funny. Imagine attacking a country despite sanctioning another country for attacking a country. Imagine that. Oh, wait, that's real life. World hypocrisy by leaders. Well, I also got rid of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, so I guess that's great. Although maybe it's not, who knows. But if we did get rid of war, maybe the world would be better. Maybe it'd be worse, who knows. Maybe South Africa should invade France. Just kidding, they would lose that by a landslide. Or maybe they would beat France. Maybe France is really weak, who knows. Wait, I just realized, nobody's trying to push them back. Madagascar's like, yeah, we may not be strong, but take this. And they're like, check. South Africa's like, no. And they move up the coast. Because what is there to really do? Just move up the coast. You know, imagine if they made Israel in the center of Madagascar, in the Madagascar Highway. Or what if they made it in California? Imagine. The world would be different. Maybe the solution should be put Palestine somewhere in, well, Asia, and put Israel somewhere in North America. Seems like a good idea. Put Israel in Baja California, and Palestine on this island. Because why not? Because why not? Nobody's going to complain about that solution, would they? Now, get away from controversy, because nobody needs to talk about Israel all the time, because why don't we talk about Ukraine all the time? Oh wait, that's losing interest. But anyways, that's the West is forgetting about it. Some Western people. Because they don't really, let's say, care maybe is a word. With South Africa moving up in the Malawi while I'm rolling. Just kidding, not rolling, because that'd be kind of hard to record and roll a chair. But anyways. But maybe it wouldn't. Who knows? Just like snowstorms. Maybe they don't need to happen, but they do. But anyways, let's just see. South Africa ate another country. I guess South Africa is pretty hungry. A hungry nation. Oh wait, that's Hungary. I should save that for when I redo the Hungarian Empire video. But guess what? I did it for the redo of South Africa because I can. And is that a good reason? I guess you could say so. With them just declaring war on the DRC, but let me tell you something before we start that. Well, Tanzania and Angola made a secret treaty with them. So South Africa moves its troops into the Katanga region of the DRC. I'm going to call it that because I can. But they didn't see this happening. They didn't see they would be invaded and almost their capital taken. They did not foresee most of Namibia falling, and somehow they took the coast of Namibia, which for some reason isn't great. It's full of lake. And so, well, the troops are pushed back in Namibia. And South Africa starts conscripting troops. Because why not? They managed to establish a stalemate. Although they do try an offensive up here, but that kind of fails. They make minor gains. The other team, which is the blue team, decides to go around. But South Africa sees a weak point in the defense. And they move up into here, which allows them to go up this lake on both sides of the lake. And meaning they cut off the supplies of Tanzania to the DRC or DRC supplies. So the DRC is getting a lot less supplies from one of the more prosperous African nations. With them realizing, yeah, we kind of need to retreat. It may have been a bad decision to go further. We fell into their trap. And they managed to establish themselves like that. But overall, that's a major defeat. Also, how do they have troops on that side? Rwanda? I don't know. And they move straight across and take the capital. With the DRC and Tanzania forced to surrender, the fall of Angola eventually happened. Well, it just happened. Angola just fell apart and collapsed. Yeah, that's basically what happened. So at the end of the treaty, they took all the southern lands from those areas, and they puppeted the rest. As you can see, South Africa now controls all of South Africa. With them having, I guess you could say, a puppet or a colony, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't make a big difference. And that's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out, but not until you subscribe. Bye, guys!